Beautiful people, it's Coach B. We are walking and talking. Yeah, today we talking about the 369 technique. Anybody familiar with that will know Nikola Tesla created it. He created it with the intent to bring in thoughts into reality or things that we think of. And if you ever heard of Karen Yee, Karen Yee is the person who used Nikola Tesla's 369 method. Come on, use Nikola Tesla's 369 method as a manifestation tool. My bad, I got the souls in my mouth. So Karen Yee is the name. He used Nikola Tesla's 369 method to create a manifestation. But we will talk about why it works, right? We will talk about why the 369 method works. Now, what is the 369 method? Um, the 369 method is most commonly used today, like I said, as a manifestation tool. What people do with it is they create an affirmation or they focus on something they desire and they speak it into existence 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night before they go to bed. So it's creating an affirmation or finding something you want to manifest or bring into the physical world or achieve something. It develops a belief. Well, this is my favorite question, yo. Why is that important? Because when you begin to believe things, that's what you tend to focus on, right? Something that you believe, something that you desire, something that you want. And the more you focus on that, the more ways becomes available in your reality. Well, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? For instance, if you're looking to get a new job, right? If you don't believe you can get a new job, you won't even go out and apply. You won't go out and secure. You won't be open to have conversations with people who may offer you the opportunity for a new job. If you don't believe, you may want something, but if you don't believe it, you won't go after it. And if you do go after it, usually without a strong belief, any adversity shows up, you go redirect. You ain't gonna go towards it. You ain't gonna try. You ain't gonna fight for it. That's what majority of people do when they don't have a strong belief or a strong why they want something. So this method, what it's doing is actually reprogramming your subconscious. It's making you think different. The more you say stuff, the more you believe it. Like think about this. You ever hear a song? First time you heard it, you're like, "Oh, this is a good song." But the more repetitive it played, you begin to know the words. You begin to sing along with it. It's songs that I listen to. I'm like, I don't like this song, but I haven't heard the song so much. Now I like it. I'm singing the song. You know, that's what repetition does. It stores in our subconscious, and we don't even have to consciously think about it. It just pops up. It's there. So when Nikola Tesla created this, he actually created it with the intent. I'm not going to use the term reprogram, but yes, with the intent to change the way people think or to change the way he thinks, right? And giving himself new beliefs by reprogramming his subconscious. That's what affirmations do. When people say, "Oh, I'm doing affirmations," that's what it does. It develops a belief, and once that belief is developed, once you believe, then you can achieve. You'll overcome adversity. If adversity comes, you'll fight through it. So this 369, that for me personally, I've used this for multiple things. Especially, but you'll hear me. You've been rocking out with me. You'll hear me say I had to reprogram the way I think. Because there was a lot of bad programs through indoctrination, through um, not understanding what I was going through when I was younger. You know, and when I got older, it developed a belief that wasn't beneficial to me, that actually hindered me. So I had to figure out a way to get rid of it. And this is one of the methods that I use. To this day, I still use it. The 369 method. 72 days. Create you an affirmation or something that you want to change about you. If it's, you might be one of the people who procrastinate, right? Create an affirmation. And remember, when you use it, do not state anything you don't want. Don't state anything you don't want. So don't create an affirmation like, I am not going to procrastinate. No, you're still talking about what you don't want. Universe, God, whatever you want to call it, ultimate being, they don't know none of that. They don't know wants and needs. They don't care about none of it. Whatever you send your energy to, that's what they give you. So if you're a procrastinator, you can use an affirmation like this. I am more and more proactive with each day. You just state what you want. If you're a procrastinator, you want to be more proactive, you want to be more of a go-getter, that's what you say. Stop. I'm becoming more of a go-getter. I go after my dreams. You say stuff like that, go ahead. But that's what it does. It reprograms your subconscious. 369 method. And remember, when you create affirmation, do not create an affirmation with anything you don't desire. If it's something that you want to change about yourself, even like this, say if you want to lose weight, right? Let me show you how this works. So say if you want to lose weight, and you say, I'm getting to the healthier side. If you want to lose weight, you don't want to create an affirmation and say, "Oh, I want to lose weight." You don't want to talk about what you don't want. You want to talk about what you do want, right? So, a weight loss affirmation sound like this: I'm getting closer and closer to my desired weight every day. And when you do that and you begin to believe it, you know what you go do? You go look for things to help you get to there. You're going to actively focus on things. Things are going to come into your existence that were probably always there, but you didn't see them because you have this negative in connotation about your weight. So these same opportunities, these same things was probably there in your face the whole time, but you were so focused on how uncomfortable you are with your weight that you didn't see this opportunity. But now that you're getting closer and closer to your ideal weight every day, you start to see different things. You may it may be something on your phone, a new exercise or exercise you've never seen that specifically target a portion of your body that you want to define or lose weight in. That's how it works. Whatever you focus on is what's brought into your reality. So the more you focus on what you don't want, the more you go get that. So what you want to do is focus on what you desire. The more and more you speak on things you don't want, the more you go get it. That's just how it works. I tried to fight that reality until I couldn't no more. You know, the more I focused on the things I didn't desire, the things that was painful, the things that was hurtful, the more I kept getting reminded and the more of it I kept getting in my life. And when I stop, I'm not saying you ain't gonna get none of them things. I'm gonna just say when they do come, it ain't gonna be as bad as it was when you was focusing on it. Because all the positive things in your life is to go supersede the negative because that's what you're focusing on. Bad stuff. Life is duality. It's good and bad. Each has its own lesson to it. It's what you're focusing on. That's what. And I'm gonna take the mysticism out of it, right? I'm gonna explain it from a psychological level. This is why we get the things we focus on, right? Because that's where our awareness is at. That's what we paying attention to. It's so many times where people say stuff like this: "Ain't no good women," right? The whole time they saying that, they bypassing all the good women and they focusing on the negative women. See, there you go. I told you, ain't no good women. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. But the girl you just walked past was a very wholesome woman. The girl you're not paying attention to because you're looking for the ratchetness to fulfill your desire, you looked right over. You know, that's how it works. If we, I used to always say, um, you can't trust nobody, right? And that's what I kept getting. People in my life I couldn't trust. Why? Because those are the people who I was looking for. So while I'm dealing with people, while I have this mindset of you can't trust nobody, I'm looking at things that I can't trust in people. So I'm seeing all these signs, right? But it's people I don't see the signs in. But do you think I'm paying attention to that? No. Because I'm too worried about people stabbing me in the back. I gotta watch these people because they giving out red flags. And now I'm neglecting the people who were very precautionary. I don't worry about it because when it happens, I know what to do. So that's how I handle the negative things in life. I simply prepare for them. So if they do happen, then I can handle it. But if it don't happen, then I just go about my life. I don't sit there worry. I don't stress. Oh, this is gonna happen or this is gonna happen. These people, I don't worry and stress about all that. 3-6-9 method. 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night. Create you a clear affirmation. Clarity. Know what you want. Because everything you ask for comes with something. That's why it's important to be clear about what you want. Because when you get it, you get it. You get it? When you get it, you get it. So be clear and have a clear understanding of what you want and what it comes with. And set your affirmation, create it without stating what you don't want. Ain't no talking about what you don't want. Don't focus on no negatives because that's what you put into your affirmation. If you think about what you don't want negative, that's the energy you use. Right? So that's what you go get. Whatever you put out is what you get. So keep it clear, have a clear understanding of what you're asking for, what you want. 3 times in the morning when you wake up, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times at night. And remember, 72 days. Go for 72 days. And tell me the results if you try it. If you try it, tell me the results. I will start off with something, like I said, that you have a clear understanding of what you want. Don't say I want a mansion, right? You fuck around, hit a scratch off, win a mansion, then realize I can't pay the taxes or the bills in the house. Then you're gonna be like, well, Coach D told me to do this damn affirmation. I got a mansion out of it. Now I'm bankrupt. That ain't my fault. I told you to be clear. Understand what you asked for and what it come with, right? So yeah. But like I said, this can be used for reprogramming yourself. When you want to when you want to develop different attributes about yourself, right? You want to be more active in learning and sing. I mean, not singing, but like in reading, you know, you reprogram yourself, you're developing a belief. Think of it like that. And y'all know how strong belief is. That's one of the strongest emotions we have. That's, yeah, outside of love, belief is the strongest emotion we have. They try to tell you belief is a mindset. No, it's not. It's an emotion because anything you believe, you feel it. You don't think it. For it to be a mindset, you got to think it. Even if they call it a mind state, the mind state is created by the emotion. So the belief is an emotion. It's something you feel. So if you feel you can achieve something, even though you don't see it, you'll still go hard for it. You'll still go at it relentlessly. Your resilience, your confidence, all that stuff builds behind belief. When somebody believes something, they'll jump through hoops of fire. So this is how you develop new beliefs. Use the 3-6-9 method. Just make sure you're clear. Make sure you're clear. Yeah. So 3-6-9 method. And like I said, you can look up. I have 4 people to look up Nikola Tesla because he's a very interesting character. You don't know nothing about him. A lot of his teaching um, is similar. Well, he kind of motivated me to present information the way I do. I wouldn't even call it metaphysics, but Nikola Tesla dealt with a lot of spirituality and metaphysics. He just had a unique way of using science to explain metaphysics and spirituality. You know, I like to use psychology, you know, to explain spirituality. But Nikola Tesla had a way of using science. He actually um, created a coil where it could create electricity. It draw electricity from the sky, and it actually looked like an Egyptian ankh, right? Like a Kemetic ankh. That's what it looked like. But that's what inspired him. You know, Nikola Tesla studied a lot of the Kemetic science, a lot of the Kemetic philosophy, and he created free electricity. Now, if you know anything about Kemetic, um, I'm not saying Egyptian because when you look up Egyptian, they tell you these primitive people. But when you start learning the Kemetic aspect of it, you'll see these people had knowledge and technology that supersedes what we have now. You know, and all those obelisks you used to see around Egypt, those were uh, antennas for electricity, and everyone had an unk in their house, and that's what the antenna. So it was like Wi-Fi electricity. Wasn't no wires needed, nothing. They had conductors. And Nikola Tesla created a smaller model of that. Well, guess what? They can't get paid off of it, so that's why we don't see that in today's. But I'm not gonna go into all that. I know I'm trying to keep my monetization. So yeah, look up Nikola Tesla. Yeah, I've been using 369 for a while. Um, but honestly, the first person I've seen, I ran into it not for affirmation, but for manifestation. I ran into a book by Karen Yee, uh, the 369 method. And he talked about how to use it to manifest things. But then once you get that information, I'm like, okay, it got to be something older. And when I researched it, that's when I found like, oh, Nikola Tesla made it. I never knew that up until I got exposed to it. That's why I tell people like experience and study it. It can open up portals and gateways. You know, I always try to go to the source of something. If somebody learned something and put their own spin to it, I'll learn it, but I want the root of it because they might have missed something that, you know, and like I see like the Karen Yee guy, when I got introduced to 369, it was simply for manifestation. So if it's a new philosophy and that's all I know about it, that's what I'm gonna think it's for. But when I further researched, I'm like, oh no, Nikola Tesla created this so we can literally reprogram the way we think. So we can change the way we think, so we can change our nature. Because he understood experiences to either make us or break us. But even if it broke us, it's a way you can fix yourself. You know, and that was one of the methods we used was the 369. That was the 369 method. But I will implore people to try it. Like I said, talking to yourself 3 times a day, it ain't gonna take nothing from you. It ain't gonna do nothing bad to you. Telling yourself something good about yourself, it ain't gonna do nothing bad for you. Like I said, I'm not here to break you. I'm here to build you. I'm giving you tools you can use. So um, create your affirmation. If you want to know how to create affirmation, let me know. We can have a live, or this is why I'm a bad businessman. But you can also hire me. I'm a spirituality coach. Like I said, yeah, but like I said, that Karen Yee created. Well, he used the 369 method for manifestation. So if you type in 369, you might see a lot about manifestation, but just go to Nikola Tesla's 369 method and you see it's more about reprogramming the subconscious. Yeah, I manifest, but it just comes with something. And, yeah, but look up Nikola Tesla's 369. If y'all want to delineate, I will. Um, I can't have no problem. If you want to do a live about affirmation setting, let me know. But if I do these lives, I better hit the panel and ask questions. 'Cause other than that, I'm gonna just start dropping the content and walking away. If people not asking questions, I'm gonna just give you the information and dip, right? Um, so I implore people, especially when we end certain topics, if you have ain't no dumb question, right? If you got a question, ask. Ain't no dumb question. Only dumb question you can ever ask is the one you don't. So if you got any questions, especially about this method, how to use it, anything, ask me now. You can type in the chat. I did drop the link. I don't know if it's still dropped. And any other topic, if you have any question, just ask. Don't think a dumb question or nothing like that. Ain't no dumb question. The only dumb question is the one you don't have. So with me anyway, I can't speak for everybody else. I think it's dumb statements, but not dumb questions. Yeah. Um, so remember, 369, 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon. Look, it don't even take a minute to do, right? It don't take a minute. But if you're serious about changing something in your life or bringing something new or fresh into your life, this is probably the least work you got to do is to talk to yourself 3 times a day. You're just talking to yourself. Go to your mirror, look yourself in the eye, say your affirmations 3 times in the morning. You might be at work in the afternoon. Go to the bathroom, say your affirmations 6 times, and before you go to bed, you brush your teeth before you go to bed. I hope y'all don't be going to sleep with steak breath. But if you go to sleep with steak breath, if you go to sleep with steak breath, this is the perfect opportunity to get in the bathroom, brush your teeth before you go to sleep, and say your 9 affirmations. All right, 9 times. Do that for 72 days, and tell me how it worked out. And look, don't be asking for no King Miller. I know you in the chat. Don't be asking for no big butt or nothing like that. Then you get a girl with a big butt and she crazy, and then blame me. Don't do that. Okay. Tay, don't be asking for no rich man, and then you get a rich man and he like 4'2", and now you mad at me. You said you wanted a rich man. You didn't say nothing about the height. Y'all better have clarity what y'all asked for. Okay. Don't be blaming me when you get a Quasimodo with a billionaire Quasimodo. It's not my fault. You just gonna have to spend the money while you're looking at it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know, don't blame Coach D. Make sure whatever you ask for, you have clarity. You're clear. You know what it is and you know what it comes with. Because people be wanting to be rich until they rich, and then they realize now I have rich problems. Now I didn't have the money, and I thought I feel better with the money, but now I got the money. I'm stressed on how to keep the money. That's what comes with being rich, staying rich. And if you don't know, if you one of the people who didn't build your way up to it, you don't know how to stay rich. You don't even know how to get it. You scratched off a lottery ticket, became rich. It's 3 years later, now you poor. You poorer than what you was before you got the lottery ticket now. Now you got debt, you got baby mamas. Like, nah, man. Have a clear understanding of what you asking for and what it comes with before you try to manifest anything or do anything Coach D saying coming back. Look, y'all ain't even paid me, so don't manifest something you don't want and then talk about I want my money back. I didn't even get paid for this information, okay? So nah. Okay, let me get off here. Yeah, clarity. All affirmations need to be clear. You know what? Before I even speak an affirmation, I write it down, I look at it, and then I write it down again to make sure I wrote down what I actually want. But sometimes you'll write something down, and then when you write it again, you'll add something to it or take something away from it, right? This is a little trick. I'm telling y'all, this is sauce. Write down what you want 3 times and see out of those 3 times if anything changed. You gotta write it on 3 separate papers because if you're writing the same thing under the same thing, you just go copy. Y'all know y'all be cheating. So write it on 3 separate papers and make like a 3 minute interval each time. 3 minutes. Write it down, look at it, wait 30 minutes, go to a clean sheet of paper and write it down again and see if you wrote the same exact thing. And that'll tell you if you kind of clear on what you're asking for, right? I'm telling you, this stuff is work. It ain't easy being greasy, but let me get my butt off. People who be watching and not liking, do me a favor. Just take a second out, like it. It's free to you, but it means the world to me. I will greatly appreciate it. I'm just a young black brother. I ain't out here selling crack or heroin. I'm out here flipping information. So if you can help me help you, I greatly appreciate it. But that's all I got. Coach D is out. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.